Alrighty guys, welcome back once again. Leather Pocket, Calgary, Alberta. For the next match, it's the Battle of the Jonathans. Jonathan Sampson taking on Jonathan De La Cruz. An even race, 7 apiece. Couple of warm-up shots for De La Cruz. Sampson is already geared up. So I figured I'd start a little bit earlier this time, rather than late. And welcome back again, guys. If you're just tuning in, you know what to do. Be a great match here. Both these guys know how to play the game. Sampson looking like he's going to win the leg. The late stages of Sunday evening here in Calgary. Starting to get cold, a little rainy outside. But it is hot up in here. Leather Pocket still cranking. Although it is long weekend. Sampson with the break to lead us off. And I was watching him warm up. He was hitting them good. Five ball gonna deposit. 2 ball in. No shot on the 1 ball. Pretty wide open table. Where do you push to? Maybe into the backside of the 9? That will do. Kind of does leave the 1 bank open. Bank shot on the 1 to the left side pocket. He's going to have to play that with a understanding of getting to the 3 ball. Unless he's straight playing safe here. Yeah, sending it up table. Does he get the window? He does. Gets the window for the hit. Yeah, you're welcome, Ben. Appreciate you. And thanks for tuning in. As always, everybody. Always appreciate it when I get viewers on that join in. Sunday evening of a long weekend. I definitely appreciate it. That 1 ball's going to open up. And a little bit of movement to do here on this table, but it's not terrible. It's a little bit from downtown, a little bit of awkward queuing off the side rail here. Blaine says, nothing on TV. May as well tune in and listen to me babble. I appreciate it nonetheless, Mr. Blaine. Nice shot there from Jonathan De La Cruz. For those that don't know who is who, it's Battle of the Jonathans. Both with the same name, both going to the same race, race to 7. Once over. 3 ball 4 to the right-hand side pocket. wipe its feet, but found its way in. A little bit of the awkward angle here, but should be able to just kind of float that 4-ball in. Maybe a touch of draw. I doubt it. Might have to just play it straight up. Just a dead pocket weight shot. Could go up and back if he wanted to. He does. Decent shot. Maintains some angle, which is decent. Same type of shot here, played into the bottom right-hand corner. Off that right side rail, back out. Could play it for the 7 into the right-hand side pocket if he chooses. But I don't think so. Nice little touch. That'll be perfect. And I would say Jonathan is going to draw first blood. Well done. 8-ball top left-hand corner off the end rail, back up. 9-ball in the same pocket. He could play 8, 9, and 10 all into that top left-hand corner. Especially now. Going to have to put a little bit more power on this than what he had initially hoped for. Into that top left-hand corner. Some right-hand spin, go off the right side rail. Draw back up on top of the 10. Look outside pocket. Wow. Always a possibility, and that was just the lack of shape on that 9-ball. Samson with a gift, drawing first blood. Oh, this will dress up nice. That'll dress up nicely. I do believe 2 passes the 4, top left-hand corner. Can you explain why the number 3 is by name? I don't see a number 3. There's a 7 there. So that is the race. So we're in a Fargo fair match. So that's the event. Started yesterday. 64 players. So depending on your Fargo will dictate the race. It is set on a medium difficulty. So these two gentlemen just so happen to have very, very close Fargos. And so they are racing to 7 apiece. But we've seen differences, for example, a 12-3 race. And so the advantage in the Fargo Fair race is, or Fargo Fair match, is no matter what your skill level is, based on your Fargo, anybody has a chance to win. That came off a little hot, gets a nice little jelly rub from the 9-ball. That wasn't looking to land favorable, but that will work. Pot the 4 ball, touch a left-hand spin off that end rail, back up top, 5 ball into the top left-hand corner. Nice little pocket weight, doesn't have to put too much in it. Just enough to make the 4, just like that. And even then, look how far that ball travels. These tables are playing slick. Thank you, Mr. DeWolf. Hopefully everybody else follows suit. If you're just joining in, give that share button a little bit of love. I'd appreciate it. Caught that a little bit on the thin side. That's why that 5 ball cut to the right-hand side of the pocket came a little bit farther across the table than what he initially had wanted, but it should still work. And really nothing to do. You might go twice across to the left rail, right rail, and back out for the 7. Yeah, very well done. Not sure if he's straight in now on that. Doesn't want to be straight. Always want to try to maintain some kind of an angle. Unless you're on the 10 ball. 10 ball you want straight in. And a lot of a reach for Mr. Dela Cruz. Aaron says, I'll take Jonathan. I will too. I'll side bet that Jonathan wins. So always a margin tougher. Using the rest. And I really like what he did there. Didn't try to get too much done. Didn't try to force too much. Just took what the table gives him. Taking a little bit of a longer shot here on the 10. So he split the difference, really. Because using the rest, difficult enough. Trying to do too much with it, that's typically where things go wrong. So you kind of split the difference. Oh, I see, Blaine. Beside your name, I got you. Nice shot. Square the match, Mr. Dela Cruz does. I believe that's the number of times that you have shared our stream. So you've shared it 3 times. Looks like Ben DeWolf has shared it 5 times. Albert Augustine has shared it 0 times. Aaron Arganoza also no shares. Come on, y'all. It is the unwritten rule when you tune into a free stream. You have to share it. Although I'm fairly certain Ben DeWolf would have shared it to Calgary Pool Scene, so with Albert and Aaron, it's probably already been shared there. Well, we'll see what Mr. Dela Cruz has for his break. Cue ball getting kicked around. He's got a tad more power in his break than what I believe Jonathan Sampson does. No shot on the 1, however. May have to utilize the 3 ball down at the bottom side of the table here. He's just going to push straight down to it. I might have tried to go off that 3 ball and kind of get between the 8-10 window. Still cuttable from here. Mark Vinogradov, I appreciate it. Thanks for the share. So it looks like Sampson said, "Nope, you go ahead. You try it from that distance." And I actually favor De La Cruz to make this. Right? If he lands anywhere on the right side of the table, he'll be in on the 2-ball as well. Oh my God. How do you rattle it from there? How does that happen? What a great attempt. I get some company. I get Miss Steph Toy back in the box.
In the hot box.
Well, it's not quite the hot box, but it's warm in here.
Well, you and I flabbering gums. It's going to be hot air. Nothing but hot air in here.
Hey, easy. It's good hot air. It's good information. There you go, Joshua. You and Aaron both have the same bet.
Jonathan or Jonathan?
Yeah, I'll take Jonathan.
It's a good bet. Oh,
Mr. Sampson trying to dig into that 1 ball. Tough to shape the 2 from where he was, avoiding all the traffic coming out. De La Cruz will accept that with a big old smile on his face and a thank you very much.
Did you answer this?
Yeah.
Oh. Figure out what it was?
Number of times I shared.
Nope.
No? What is it?
It's, so if you actually click, sorry, Blaine, I'm just answering your question here. The three badge beside your name, it's an anniversary follower. So I think it means that you've been following for 3 years.
Of course.
And then the diamond is like how much you contribute to the comments and stuff like that.
Oh, well, look
Actively
at this.
engaging. And then stars, if you send stars. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I figured that out earlier. Somebody else asked the same thing.
Mark says they're trying to hustle us. There you go. I thought it was the number of times that you've shared.
No.
3 years that Blaine has been following. 5 years for Ben DeWolf.
Yep.
I know we've had a handful that have followed us from the beginning.
It's been a lot of years.
Yeah.
Because when did we start? I don't even want to venture to say. Pre-COVID.
Definitely pre-COVID.
So pre-COVID. COVID was 2019, so say 2015 maybe? 15,
Yeah,
16?
probably somewhere in there. It's close to 10 years, I would think. God, and when you say it like that, wow. But we hit a milestone when we were in Montreal. For those that tuned in for the Montreal, for the
Quebec stream?
Yeah, for the Ladies Canadian Championships. We finally did it. That's been like, I want to say, a 7-year goal, something like that.
Broke the 50.
Broke the 50. Over 50,000 followers. Which would suggest if you're not following us on Facebook, you probably should. Run on over to YouTube and subscribe there as well. DLC looking good. Needs this to hold up. That will do. Check that left side rail float back up on top of the 9 for the 9 to the bottom right, and he should be home free. Right hand spin on the cue ball.
Ooh.
Tried to get a little too much. Caught that a little thin. And with that right hand spin on the cue ball, when you hit it thin and at pace like that, 100% of the time you miss.
I'm not going to say 100%.
100% of the time you will. You hit at that pace with spin, you miss 100%.
Samson's going to try and capitalize on Jonathan Dela Cruz's mistake here. I like his chances. He's been hitting the ball pretty good.
I was watching him practice, and he looked pretty impressive.
Well, he's been playing a lot over the last year or so.
It is very nerve-wracking. That's why I sit on this side of the camera, right? I don't have any nerves from back here, and I'm batting 1,000%.
No pressure back here.
Nope.
We don't get a
Retaking
cut
the
of the
lead.
winnings though either.
No, we don't. We get a lot of thank yous. And this has every bit the making of going hill. They're fairly even in Fargo. Definitely an even race, 7 apiece. And I can't tell you how far along we are in the bracket, but there's still a lot of pool to play.
I just spoke to Larry, and it looks like after Ben is done his match, they're down to top 8.
Which is still going to be around 6 hours to complete.
It is going to be a late one.
Yeah, I would suspect 3 in the morning.
Hoping for finals to be around midnight. I don't know. That might be wishful thinking. We'll see. You never know. Some of these matches could be quick.
It could be, but Murphy's Law is going to come in and say, no.
Now that I've said something,
Yeah.
I probably just jinxed it.
The favorite cookie lady, Cliff must be referring. What stream was that? Red Deer?
Oh yeah, that was years ago. But I think it's just because Cliff got a couple packages.
Oh, yeah, Christmas cookies. Of course he did.
Yeah. I'm good, Cliff. Where have you been?
I just found out Cliff moved to Saskatchewan.
I think I actually did hear that.
I
heard that
did
he
not.
moved. I didn't know it was Saskatchewan.
Yeah, I thought he was still down south. South Calgary. Had no idea.
Yeah, I found out a couple of neat little tidbits this weekend. I found out that Phil Tarango used to work for the RCMP.
Really?
He's retired from the RCMP. I had no idea.
I had no idea either. The things that you find out, hey?
Right? That was a good attempt by Jonathan, but I don't think he got.
Oh, I think he got there.
No, I think Jonathan's got enough to cut this 2-ball in.
Does the side view give us a difference of opinion? It does look close. I don't know if he can make it. He can hit it. I don't know that he can make it, though.
Watch this.
Well, I suppose if he can hit it, he can make it.
Ooh.
Oh, my. That's 2 balls that have been hung up in that top left-hand corner.
I think, yeah,
The
he
one
just
and the
caught
2.
it a little thick. Even maybe a little outside would have pushed it in, a little throw.
Indeed.
I think it was makeable.
It's actually really tricky shape here on the 3, but he made a fairly difficult shot look rather routine. And I like just a nice little pocket weight shot. Maybe a touch of top, but not much. Play the 4 into that left-hand side pocket. Just like that. That will do. That works. Where is everybody on YouTube? We got all the comments going on Facebook. Nothing happening on YouTube. Y'all awake over there or what? Still lots of pool to happen. I'm not sure how late I'll be here, but we shall see. It is a long weekend here in Calgary, but not for me.
For some.
For some it is.
It's not a stat holiday, so it's not a mandatory holiday.
You're off tomorrow.
I am off tomorrow.
I am not.
And I am going to relish in it.
Do you know the best thing about having a holiday on a Monday? It makes the rest of the week rather short.
But busier.
Yeah, maybe. I suppose so. Way to put a damper on a holiday, Steph.
That's what I do. My glass is always half empty.
Tries to go around the world.
That was a great shot.
It was. But now he's got to reach. That's why I don't like around the world like that.
Well, I mean, Jonathan's not a super tall guy. I think he's fairly versed in the bridge. Oh, he's going to do the switcheroo.
And I believe there's a pop-up tournament tomorrow.
There is. I've said it a couple of times on the earlier stream before I left. So for those of you who are interested, tomorrow at Leather Pocket there will be a pop-up tournament. 8-ball on the 7-foots starting at 2 o'clock. $30 entry for those of you who are interested in coming by and hanging out, playing some pool if you got the day off.
That 9-ball was almost trying to get sticky.
Wiped its feet.
They're battling slug for slug so far.
That would have been my prediction between these two anyways.
Yeah, for sure. No on the 8-foot mark, or 7-foot.
Yeah, bar box, 8-ball.
If I can get all my stuff done, I just might come down for that.
2 o'clock.
Give a shout out to Jake, visiting from Montreal, loving the stream, and says, great job, guys. Well, shout out to you, Jake.
Joel is asking to give, shout out to Jake. You just read that, obviously.
I sure did.
Thanks for tuning in, Jake.
Indeed. We appreciate it as always, guys. And if you're just tuning in and you haven't done so yet, make sure you give us a little bit of love. Hit that share button.
Isidro is asking, is Dela Cruz Filipino? They are both Filipino, actually. Fun fact. Both of them Filipino.
This is going to dress up really nicely. 5-ball might be the only trouble ball. A little tricky from the 4 to the 5.
We got a little spam bot in the room.
Oh, here, just do this. This is how you get rid of spam bots. Black, done. Bye, spam bot. I had one the last stream as well. Well, he played that interesting. It's already gone. Played that one a touch interesting. It's going to leave him long.
I think the 5-ball might be interesting here because I think...
Yeah, 4 to the 5 is going to be a challenge.
Well, I don't even know if the 5 goes.
Might play off the 8 into the left side pocket.
Maybe off the 8. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, the 8's, if we look at the side angle, it's halfway into that side pocket, so it should be playable off the 8-ball. But for now, he's got to deal with this back cut on the 4 and try to hold.
Yeah, hold for the top left side of the table there.
Nice touch.
Oh, he did that well.
How about perfect?
Did that really, really well.
Now, if he hits this right, it could punch that 8 into the 6 ball, so he's got to account for that as well. Right? Could miss, but it'll be something that if I was Jonathan at the table, I'm going to look at. Contact point on the 8 ball. Where is it going to send the 8? Does it come in contact with the 6?
If you catch it thin enough, the 8 ball kind of goes on top of the 6 towards the 10 that way.
Yeah, but catching it too thin, you'll go into the horn on that side pocket. Right, just depends on it. You know, from back here, you're more or less guessing. But you got to look at the tangent line off the 8, see where that hit is, see where it plays into. But I think he catches it high enough. Oh, he tried to just straight play it. Now that was interesting.
That was tough. I think he only had maybe a quarter of the pocket there.
Yeah, that's a very, very, very skinny pocket. But Samson will come to the table licking his chops. He gets to play cleanup. Nothing to do here. This is the game-winning shot. Make the 6, auto-shape the 8, 8 to 9 and 10, no big deal.
Oh, you got to make the 6.
He decelerated in that stroke. Just a little bit, but threw it off course just enough. Use some lines on the screen like a video game. I wish we had that technology. Nicely done. Does he get high enough? I believe he will. Now he's got to catch the 8 ball a little bit thick going into that side pocket. Just a touch to get on top of the 9. If he catches it too thin, he's not going to get on top of the 9. Yeah, perfect.
It's like he even knows what he's doing.
It's almost like he's played this game before.
Papa Francis in the chat, watching on YouTube, trying to stay awake in his new recliner.
Oh my goodness.
Congrats on the new recliner.
Indeed. Those recliners are the death of being awake. It's instant sleep. Nice little touch. And I kind of figured these guys were going to go on a slugfest, being their Fargos are that close.
Their games are pretty similar, and I think they probably play each other on the weekly in this room. Both of them are here pretty much every day. A little neck and neck would be my prediction also.
Dela Cruz getting the job done for that game. And we'll see a pretty contrasting difference between the two breaks, where Jonathan Sampson, his break a little bit more controlled, where Dela Cruz just puts the power. Leaves it up to fate.
If you're in the Calgary area, come on down to the lower pocket. The room is still bumping. Lots of walk-in traffic, some cheap action sets.
It's a happening place.
Oh, I see Denzel still sitting in the corner. Is he still in?
I would assume so. Well, hello, Mr. Lance Neal. Appreciate you tuning in. It's my Irish buddy.
Oh, he hit that good.
Look at this. If that one sticks,
Hit that good. He got both balls in either side pocket.
and this will dress up really, really nicely. The one ball's or one to the two is a touch tricky, but the one is on the right side of the pocket, where you can just take the one, come off that right side rail, back to the left side rail, just on top of the 5 ball. He'll have the 2 ball down to the bottom right. It's my brother from another mother down there in Ireland. I do have Irish roots. My grandparents from Dublin.
Uh-oh.
Oh, the top on it. Topped it out and stuck it.
He stabbed it.
Yeah, hit a little too high on that cue ball, and that forward motion, when you come off the rail, slows down that cue ball. Yeah, Terry, you got to come on down or come across. Across and up.
Come west.
Indeed.
If you do plan a trip, definitely reach out to us here at CSL. We'll let you know what events are happening in the window that you're coming, see if we can register you for something. But normally you can come into Leather Pocket any day of the week, and there's always people willing to play.
I'll tell you what, the room is busy 7 days a week.
Yeah, they do a really great job here. It's just kind of like your old-fashioned, old-school pool hall. Nothing, I mean, they just do such a good job at what they do. Nothing too fancy. They don't try to overdo it. You just, when you walk in, you know you're here to play pool, and there's just constant people in here.
Yeah, especially during, like, even in the summertime, it really didn't slow down, right? It was always busy.
Always good matches in here. Always somebody to match up with.
And lots of, 10 ball.
Oh,
10 ball
10
with
ball
the help.
helps him out.
With a little bit of a help. 5 to the 8. Yikes.
And he's fairly straight.
Yeah, I think he's dead straight. He's got a pure stroke this in with a ton of bottom. We saw this last match with Kerry Campbell. Almost an identical shot, a little bit less angle. But Kerry drew it all the way back into the corner.
Oh, no.
Yeah, hit it just pure. Yeah, I tried to go tops and correct it with inside, and that is typically what ends up happening.
Ball in hand for De La Cruz here. And I like his chances.
Yeah, really not a lot to do here. Fairly tic-tac-toe. Hey, Jinx, you owe me a Coca-Cola.
I said it first. But that's actually, I haven't been out to Corner Bank either.
Corner Bank is awesome.
I haven't been out to Corner Bank. I haven't been out to Tailgaters, like any of those big eastern rooms.
I haven't been to Tailgaters. I've seen pictures of it. Looks like a pretty great room. We've both been to Dooley's. Really, really nice rooms.
I've only been to one of the Dooley's.
I've been to 3 of them.
Oh,
And
whatever, Bragger.
every Dooley's I've gone into in Montreal are great rooms.
Yeah. But speaking of Corner Bank, actually...
Did I mark up his win for
De
La Cruz?
You did not. Speaking of Corner Bank, Jim White was in the room earlier today. It's always good to see Jim in the room. He's actually moved to the Calgary area. He's just moved to Airdrie, which is just outside of the city limits, like I want to say 12 minutes
Yeah.
outside city limits.
I don't know if he's moved here officially. I think he's going to spend a few weeks, months, but go back and forth because
Yeah,
he still has the room in
I think the
in
plan
Toronto.
is that he'll spend like 5 or 6 months out of the year here, so he's
Yeah.
just going to commute back and forth. But
Yeah.
he's bought a property out here, and it's always great to see Jim. Such a nice guy.
Yeah. Oh, Kameo, you know it. You know they will. And I believe every Christmas, even since Len passed, I think there's only been one, but they carried through with the Christmas
No,
dinner.
I don't think that they've missed any. They've done a Christmas
Well,
dinner.
Len's
and
only
they've
been
done,
gone for one Christmas.
No, two.
Is it two?
Two.
Wow.
Yeah. They've done Christmas and they do Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And I think that is a tradition that they
They will always
have
carry.
pledged to carry on
Yeah.
because this is Len's room and that would have been Len's wish, and so I feel like that is not going to be a tradition that they lose for sure.
I would agree. Yeah, Corner Bank is an awesome room for sure.
Another
That's
one,
Jimmy White and John White run that one.
Corner Bank.
Corner Bank, yeah.
But I was talking about Golden Break. I haven't been to Golden Break
No, I
for a
haven't
big
been
time
there.
either.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll make it out
Oh.
east one day. It is, it's sad how expensive it is to travel within your own country. Drive across the border to the States and it's like $60, $60 flights.
Yeah.
To go out east here on average was like $800 to $1,200, $800 to $1,200.
And that's if you
crazy.
book early.
Yeah,
If you book late, it can get
ridiculous.
crazy.
But if you find a good seat sale, I would definitely make your way down. Definitely out west. It is beautiful. I think we definitely take it for granted here.
What a great shot there by Mr. Dela Cruz. Nice little touch.
Good safety. But to come out to the west and spend some time in the Rockies it is definitely breathtaking. So if you get a chance, I definitely highly recommend.
I would agree. If you're coming out west, book some extra days so you can go out and see Banff and Lake Louise and all of those kinds of things. It's one of the things that when we had the CSL Invitational and Tyler and Margaret both came out. I think it was Margaret.
No,
No,
Margaret
it was
didn't
just
come.
Tyler. When he first came out and went up to Lake Louise, and that's his words, one of the most beautiful spots on the planet.
Yeah. Tyler and Alex Olinger.
Yeah.
They came out together. Stroke test.
Yeah, not a lot to do though. Oh, I thought he was shooting the 2-ball. I didn't even see the 1-ball hanging out there. Well, send the 1-ball back up table.
A little hide and seek on this one ball, I think.
It does it with the cue ball. That will work too.
It's going to let him see it.
You can see it. It's a containing safety. Didn't get the full ball hook. But with shooting off the beach like this and at distance, tough no matter what you're trying to do.
Is this an A-side or a B-side match?
B-side, I believe. How are you, Scott? Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, and I think you kind of have to do the same thing, right? Just hit the one full in the face, send it straight back up between 9 and 3. I don't know. Didn't get there. Still a tough safety here. I don't think he can see the underside of one. I think he gets it full or to the right side, which makes the safety fairly difficult.
Oh, Scott doesn't get the day off tomorrow.
No. Neither do I, Scott. I'm in the same boat. Steph gets the day off
I
tomorrow.
get the day off tomorrow.
Mark says, heard a rumor that 2 new Diamond 9-foot tables are coming soon. No rumor, that is truth.
Should be here within the next week or two.
Not only are there 2 9-foot diamonds coming, there are also some new lights coming for both the 9s and the 7s.
Ooh. Sounds bougie. This place is going to be lit.
Literally. That was a good one, Steph.
I know. I make myself chuckle sometimes.
Oh, you make me more than chuckle. Most times.
This place is going to be lit.
It will have the works, we'll say that. Because it's not just lights, there's all kinds of little goodies.
It's going to be
that are
tricked
coming.
out.
It will be a nice nice little setup. That's for sure.
You're right, Scott. Jonathan is going to win. Put all my money on it.
Yeah. That's a bet I would bet the house on. Oh, nice shot. Does he get rewarded, though? 10 ball going to get real big.
Door's always open, Blaine. Let us know when you're coming. We'll let you know if there's an event. There's typically an event in the Calgary or, northern Alberta area every month. Whether it's a leather pocket tournament or a hidden spot tournament or
Top shots. Yeah.
They're
Speaking of nice rooms, that's also a really nice room.
yeah, we're fairly lucky here in Alberta to have actually 4 great rooms now. Between those 3, leather pocket, hidden spot, and top shots. We just got a new room in High River, which is just outside of town, maybe 20-30 minutes outside the south end of town. Sticks and Bones, and all of them have diamond tables, except Top Shots has got Raraca tables, but a fantastic room. Great food there too.
The layout is amazing.
Yeah.
Rather unfortunate for Jonathan Sampson. Cue ball finding that side pocket. Dela Cruz starting to pull away a little bit, especially if he gets out here. Gonna have to come to the left side of the 8 ball, though. I don't think you want to try and squeeze between that 5-8 window.
Samson may look a little tired. That is part of the old tournament regime. The
That's got to go.
fatigue is probably setting in. Samson's been here since 10:30. I think he had a 10:30 match this morning
Yuck.
on the A side. So he's been here for 12 hours. Played quite a few matches. Probably, I want to say, the higher race in most matches that he has played. So he's probably played a ton of games today.
It is a grind. There is both positives and negatives to the Fargo Fair match. That is for sure. He goes short side.
Wow, that was a good shot.
That was a really nice shot.
Jonathan's moving the ball around pretty good.
He's hitting him good for sure.
I know Jonathan, I commentated on a couple of his matches earlier this afternoon, and he was playing great.
Well, both these guys, both Sampson and Dela Cruz, fairly consistent. Right? They both play pretty sporty pool.
Yeah, and they've both actually improved quite a bit. I think both of them have been spending a lot of time in this pool room. Like, I want to say, I know Samson's here almost every day. Jonathan, maybe not quite as much, but, a good 4 or 5 days out of the week. So hitting lots of balls. I was referring to Samson. So Jonathan in the black Taum shirt. I think he started his first match at 10:30 this morning. Jonathan may have started a little bit later.
Yeah, but it's a testament to this event, right, being what it is, like I said, there's positives and negatives to both when you're in the Fargo Fair match. With the type of field that you get with that, because it gives every single player, no matter what your Fargo is, a chance to win, it can create some devastatingly long races,
Well, I mean,
right? And we're seeing it, right?
for
We won't.
example, yesterday when Larry played Peter, that was a 3-12 race.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know.
sorry. Yeah, 3-12 race.
Yeah.
And
I think Ben's had one of those.
yeah, there's been a few of them. And I got it. It was very early in the match. It was 3-2, so Peter was on the hill because he only had to go to 3 and Larry had to go to 12. And it ended up being 12-2. A 12-2 win for Larry. That took forever.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that race definitely favors the lower end player.
Yeah.
Definitely a grind for the higher end player.
Well, and it's entertaining, right? Because no matter what match we stream, it's challenging pool. Whether we've got, a Ben Francis and a lower Fargo that's got a race to 3, it's such an interesting dynamic, right?
Yeah, that higher end player definitely has to grind it out.
But it does make for long matches, right? So I mean, there's good sides and bad sides to the Fargo Fair match.
Well, and another aspect to this tournament here specifically, because this entire event is being played on the 9 foots only, and there's
Yeah.
only 8 tables here.
Yeah.
I feel like I was just talking to Larry about this earlier. The Calgary pool players have been kind of spoiled in the last couple of years because we figured out that we can play the A side on the 9 foots and the B side on the 7 foots, and we're utilizing 16 tables.
Yeah.
So the event goes much quicker, way less wait time. We can get through a whole bunch of matches, a whole bunch of players, without, 4, 5, 7-hour waits in between. This event here is specifically just on the 9 foot, so the waits are long.
It's a true grind.
And this is how it used to be before we figured out, using both sets of tables, right?
Yeah.
So the players, I think, have forgotten about the whole tournament stamina thing.
Well, it's
a long grind, the weights.
It is. Yeah, it's definitely the point of the handicap for sure. And the handicap setting on the Fargo Fair match is set to a medium difficulty level.
Yep. So if you do if you look up on the Fargo app, if you put in both players, it gives you options of a low, medium, and high, or low, medium, and hard. I can't remember what the terminology is.
Yeah.
But we go by the medium race. But it's actually fun because it gives the lower end player a chance. Anybody can win. There's still a few of those, not favored players in the tournament. We're down to the final 8.
I
I
actually
believe.
think it favors the lower end
I
player.
kind of think it does too.
In so much as you're playing rotation pool, right? Where if you make a mistake late, it's definitely more costly than in 8-ball, for example, right?
Yep.
Where really no matter what the Fargo Fair match race would be in 8-ball, it still favors the higher level player. Where in rotation pool, that type of a Fargo Fair match actually favors the lower end player.
Possibly. Oh, Len says mild, medium, and hot. Like wings.
There you go.
Just like wings. There you go.
Yeah.
Mild, medium, and hot. Thanks, Lan. I thought it was like low, medium, and hard or
I did
something
too.
like that.
Yeah. Anyway, the point is still the same, right? No matter what it's classed as, the point is still there. Because in rotation pool, whether you're in a Fargo Fair match or not, or just a straight race, late misses in a game, that hurts, right? The difference is when you're racing like Ben, who's got to go to a 12 versus your opponent has to go to 3. If he misclicks twice late,
Well, I wonder,
your opponent's on the hill.
I should maybe look on the Fargo app how that actually goes, because does it ask you for the discipline that you're playing? Because it would make a difference if
Nope.
it's 8-ball,
Nope.
right? Because rotation pool, may balance out because the higher end player would have more experience with moving the cue ball around for
Yes.
shape,
But
right?
regardless, it's still more devastating in a rotation game to miss late versus in 8 ball, right? But Fargo, it's one of the flaws I see in Fargo. Whether I'm right, wrong, or indifferent is irrelevant. But they don't distinguish, even on your Fargo rate, between a 7-foot table and a 9-foot table. And they're vastly different. Right? But again, that's my opinion, and it's worth what everybody's paid for it.
Derek Moore says salt and pepper. Maybe we should add a fourth and just call it suicide. Mild, medium, hot, and suicide.
That's a nice shot right there by Mr. Sampson. Really nicely controlled. Some nice use of left-hand spin on that shot. That was really well done. Now don't decel here. Just a pocket weight. Nice bottom left hand. Oh, go forward. Either way. Doesn't matter. Still works. 5 to the side, 5 to the corner. Same result. Joe says it should be 4-3. Did you mark that on the wrong, Jonathan? On the last one? I think you did.
Do you want me to go check that? I can go check the
Sure.
score. Just hit my volume.
Yep. We'll double check it just to give it the be sure. That might end up a little short. Going into that side pocket from there. Let's take a look at that distance. It is awfully skinny into that side pocket. He may have to take that to the top corner. I don't know that I'd want to try to play that into the side. Nice shot. All right, well, we know that's one for Sampson. We'll see whether it's 4-4 or 5-3. Should be 4-4 now. Dominic is saying 5-4 as well. David Wilson, leave it up to Steph Toy to mess up the score. Yeah, I was doing mighty fine all by myself when I was sitting here. I'm just saying. And you notice I can say that when she's not sitting here. Wow. What a break. Look how well that table's dressed. We shall see what she comes back with. Oh, she's stuck in a conversation. Missed his combo win. I thought we had put it up. We'll see what she comes back with. We'll get it corrected if we're wrong. Wow, that table's just dressed up perfect. We'll see if he can hold this, right? If he can play the 3 to the top left, hold shape for the 4 into the right side, or off the rail 4 to the top right-hand corner, 6 of one, half a dozen. Either which way will work, and hits it perfect. And this, I mean, this is like shooting fish in a barrel here. Although this is an important shot, right? You want the right shape on the 8 to be able to hit and stick on the 9, and it leads just dead perfect to the 10. And he's done just that. Tic-tac-toe. Right from the break, you kind of knew this was going to be the result. Not going away quietly. Okay, well now she's stuck in conversation. And now I want to know. I want to know if we're right or wrong. So now I'm going to go check. I'll be right back. All right, we are back, and it is a tie ball game, 5 apiece. Y'all were right. Nope, y'all weren't right. Maybe you were. I don't know. It's right now. We're 5-5. Steph's still stuck in conversation. Their scorecards are showing it 5 apiece. Their names are tied, and so is the match. Both Joe and just some guy on YouTube still saying it's 5-4. We just went out. I just went out and looked. Their scorecards are 5-5. I'm not sure what the conversation. Maybe they don't even know what the score is. Yeah, Joe, been a really great match between these two. Not sure what the conversation is about. Maybe it is about the score. I'm not sure. But this is my story, and I'm sticking to it. Their names are tied, and so is the score. 5 apiece. Ball down. Would love to have another look like he just had, and he's going to get it. Mr. Wayne Knight, how are you, my good man? Appreciate you tuning in, and it has been a minute. I was on the mic a little bit yesterday. But prior to that, it's been a while. It was probably Montreal. But back in action here in just a couple of weeks. We got the Hui Memorial. Perfect. Just some guy says, just went back and watched the entire, I'm assuming that says match. I got a heart in the way. But it is 5-5. Oh, he needed that to come off a little hotter.
Sorry, I got caught up there.
Oh, I was telling everybody. Goes out to check the score and doesn't bother coming back.
I went out there and the score was 5-4. And then as I was talking to Susie, because she came by the window, she was talking to me, I was trying to figure out what she wanted. But because Susie just won that Eastern Championship, she wanted to know if we needed some commentating.
Oh.
So talking to her about that. Anyways, so then Samson was running out the table as I was out there. And then they got into a disagreement about breaks. That's what the
Oh, that's what they were
talking about. They were talking about breaks.
I got you.
Because when Samson took a break, Jonathan could have just kept shooting because he was at the table.
Yeah.
So there was a little bit of a discussion about that. And then as Samson was racking, I was waiting to see if the score was right because it still said 5-4. But then he forgot to mark his match. So when I told you 5-5, I was like, is it 5-5? Did he just forget to mark his match? But I just asked Samson, and he said it is 5-5. He forgot to flip the card. So the score is correct, 5-5. Anyways, long story short, I got caught up. You know how it is. You just walk out there for a second and just get a little sidetracked, you know?
That's all right. I'll forgive you this time.
I know. It is, in fact, 5-5. I checked with the source.
Oh, well, happy belated birthday, Wayne. You have an unbirthday. Somebody's bumping our table, causing earthquakes again.
No, I don't see anybody out there now. Only must have just walked by.
And Mr. Sampson looking good. He's got the elbow grease working. There's a lot of different flaws in all systems. He's still good. I don't know. You don't have to get too down on yourself. I know it's not ideally what you were looking for, Mr. Sampson, but still not terrible. But yeah, you can have flaws within any ranking system, right? And really, the flaw is going to be found by players. And it will be manipulated by players. That's just the nature of it. You could have the best scoring system on the planet. It's still going to get manipulated. There's still those guys out there that are willing to do it.
There's never going to be a perfect system. It'll be tough. It'd be great if somebody tried anyway.
Thanks, David. He said it, not me.
You know, I would be happy to relinquish control of the scoreboard to Grant if he would pay attention.
I do pay attention.
Then why didn't you know what the score was?
Because you confused me by you taking and doing stuff.
Land the plane.
No.
Come on now.
Ask everybody. I was doing just fine on the score.
Listen, Grant gets distracted just as much as everybody else.
Oh, there's no question about that, but I'll always catch myself. I might be late marking.
He catches himself by saying, did I miss a score? What's the score? Does anybody know? Did anybody see?
Listen, if you're going to start speaking truths, that'll be enough from you.
Listen, 6-5, everybody. Scoreboard's right. You know, like those two old guys, like the Muppets in the
Oh
balcony?
my God, that's so us.
Is that us, Derek?
Oh, there's no question. There is no question. That's us.
Uh, what are their names? Fillmore and...
Yeah.
I'm going to check that out. I can't remember what their names are.
Ben is running around the other table. Yeah. When he gets on a roll and is feeling confident, he damn near sprints around the table.
Statler and Waldorf.
There you go.
But I feel like
You're Waldorf.
I feel like that's us. Either way. I feel like that's us some days, for sure.
Just some guy. Stephanie seems to know Grant. Yeah, a little bit. Probably better than most.
Just calling a spade a spade. Samson's been breaking really good.
Yeah, 2 breaks ago, he just had a duck layout.
Yeah. This is unfortunate. He's got a tough opener on the one, but typically, 8 out of 10 breaks, he's getting at least 1 or 2 balls in both sides.
And a look at the one. Containing type of safety. Didn't quite get the lock-up safety that he was looking for.
A little safety shot here.
Oh yeah, this is probably going to be a safety battle here for a few shots.
4-7, get behind there. I don't think he made it.
He might be able to see that one to the side pocket.
I believe so. That would be my call.
Depends on how much that 10 ball's sticking its nose in the way. The difficulty of it is, what do you do with the 2 ball?
Ooh. He went in with some speed. Those side pockets are always a little tougher.
Oh, and
with
is
speed.
it going to leave the window? No. He gets the hit, but not the make.
Those side pockets are tough to hit with speed and only half a pocket.
Mm-hmm. Especially on the diamond table. And even more so true on the predator table. A calculated 2-way. So he's got a choice to make. He can see the hit on the 1, or do you go off the end railing? Kick it.
1-9. Ooh, he went for the kick.
Oh, look out, needs a rail. Called it on himself, and it actually didn't land in too terrible of a position.
Yeah, this could have been a lot better, a lot worse for Jonathan. At least he's got ball in hand.
He does.
With a tough shot.
Yeah,
Is he trying to cut this?
I don't know if I like it. Although, really, where do you have to play safe here? Right? So I actually don't mind the aggression. I don't mind him going for this. Right? I might put it a touch closer than that. If he is going for it. If he's going for it, I would probably put this a touch closer. Within a foot. Right? 1.5 feet. Not sure if I like it. But I don't mind him going for it here. Yeah.
That was a nice shot.
That was.
Those running the ball down the rail shots are my nemesis.
They can be tricky. But the tricky part of that shot was trying to get shape, and he wanted to be either on full on the right-hand side or maybe another foot to the left for ideal. He's kind of on the 50-yard line. But given the difficulty of that one ball, I'll give him a pass on that. Another really nice shot. 4 ball, again, looking a little bit tough. Might have to go forward on the 3 ball, try to play down by the 9. Take the 4-7 combo.
I like the 4-7 combo.
Yeah, I don't want to try and play safe from here.
Or playing short side, that's always risky too. I mean,
Nah, I like the combo's not that difficult. I mean, you gotta get down there a little bit, a little more than that. I think you can still make the combo.
now watch where the 4 ball's going.
Well, we know it's coming up table. And thin off the 7, I would say it's going to come fairly high. So we might have to
Pocket
play
weight.
shape. Nah, play
Pocket weight for the 4 on the side.
4 on the
maybe?
side, yep. Oh, he tried to beat it, and he got there. Risky. I liked your thought a little bit better. Trying to come up table and beat the 4 ball up table was a risky shot, but he managed it.
Yeah, it worked out in his favor.
Yeah. Now playing off the right side rail below the right side pocket. Play the 5 to the left side.
Good to be lucky, lucky to be good, something like that.
Yeah. A little bit of both, I think. Kind of stabbed that one a little bit. Right on the spot.
A little late. I know he's all right. He's all right.
It's okay to make the 5, but again, right, making the shape a little bit tough on the 8.
I don't know. Does he cut this to the corner
No.
and go 3 rails to get back to the 8? No.
They're going into the side all day. Right, now the back cut, yep. And really nothing to do, right? Maybe a touch of bottom to avoid the scratch into the top left-hand corner.
Dela Cruz has really got to do the be sure.
Yeah, with
Samson's on the hill.
Samson being on the hill, you don't want to give it up. Not at this point. And I don't suspect he will, right? Kind of overhit that a little bit. A lot of it, actually. That
Yeah,
definitely could have been easier because now he's going to have to bridge over the 10 too. Oh, he might be beside the 10. He might be okay. But it's still in your mind, right? Yeah, he's just okay.
Oh, he's a lefty though. That's why. Had he been a righty, it might have been a different story.
Well, right hand, it's a little more difficult because of where your bridge hand has to go.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Uh-oh. Oh,
He's
wow.
all right. He's all right. He's all right.
The cue ball took a massive drift. That was going dead into the backside of 10.
Is there no other plug-in? I'm sure we can unplug the... oh, but then does that mean we have to reset it if we unplug it?
What is he looking for? Power? Yeah, I mean, we can just unplug whatever
The side camera.
the side one, yeah. So we're hill, right?
Yeah. Sorry, gremlin in the box.
Yeah. We interrupt our regular scheduled program for Sam Beard.
Nick needs to turn his lathe on temporarily to fix a shaft for Brady Gullin, so asking if we could unplug one of our cameras for a few minutes.
Double up and start over. That's known as back it and jack it, Mark.
Listen, Vino, we don't have time.
Yeah.
We don't have time for that. All
We
right?
don't even have time for these guys to take another break.
Yeah, like we're already looking at finals at after
3.
midnight.
Yeah. 3 a.m. Side bet. Yeah, I'll still bet that Jonathan wins.
You guys can side bet all you want. How about race to one? Back it and jack it, race to one.
Yep. Win by 2. No. There is still a ton of pool to go. I think we're now down to probably the final 8 on the A side.
We are down to the final 8.
Or is it 4 and 4? 4 on the A, or 2 on the A, 2 matches on the A, 6 on the B?
I don't even know. I don't know how the breakdown works, but I just heard it was down to 8.
And then there were 8.
Maybe 4 and 4?
Yeah, usually the B side's got a few more. That's why I said 6 and 2. Because 4 and 4 doesn't make sense. 6 and 2 makes more sense. If it is truly down to 8.
Just a reminder for those of you who are listening, pop-up tournament here at LP tomorrow. 8 ball on the box starting at 2 o'clock, $30 entry. Just because a lot of people have it off for Reconciliation Day.
And we haven't had a bar box 8 ball decent tournament for a while. Seems to be everything is on the 9 foot.
For a while, that's why Derek's been pushing for
Yep.
a box event.
Anything added? I don't think so. It's
yeah.
just kind of a pop-up. It's because myself, Derek, a few others.
Need something to do tomorrow.
Yeah, well, it's not that I need something to do, but you know, back in the day when I was playing a lot, it was always 8 ball on the 7 foots, and it seems to have transitioned now, where everything seems to be on the 9 foot. So I don't mind going back to the roots, doing some 8 ball on the 7 foot.
And not every event is going to have added money, Albert.
Derek says your entry is added money, Albert.
That is a good one.
Mine definitely is.
Good one, D.
Listen, if I come and play, it's money donated. No question.
In the bank.
It'll be donated for somebody else to win it.
All right, we're racked up. Hill. Jonathan to break. See if he hits these square.
Needs a ball. Doesn't need one, but he'd sure like one. Look at this. Stop hitting our camera. Well, this is not terrible. There's a little bit of maneuvering to do. A little bit of top left hand on the cue ball. That'll help push that one ball into that right hand, and you can kind of maintain the straight angle.
Good news is that nothing's tied up. So this is all about moving the rock.
Indeed. 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, there is nothing happening here. Nothing to it but to do it. Really, the only thing stopping a run out is the yips like that.
Yeah, Jonathan's not, or Samson's not super thrilled about how he landed on for this 3 ball.
Yeah, it still works though.
Yeah.
He's just got to play the to top diamond on the left-hand rail. He's got the 4 into the side, even second diamond. Natural shape to get there. Or even to the corner if he overhits it.
Oh, he was thought too much about it.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
He's pulling. You see his body English trying to pull that cue ball behind the four. Dela Cruz licking his chops.
Bet you he jumped out of his chair.
Yep.
Dan asking, where is this being played at? This is at the Leather Pocket here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Fargo fair match, medium race. So your race,
64 players.
yeah, your race is going to change with every opponent, depending on your player Fargo.
Which can be a mental challenge in and of itself. Adjusting to the race the whole way through an event. That's a nice shot right there. Really nice control. He made that look relatively easy. And it was not easy. Sometimes trying to play out of the pocket can be a little difficult to manage. Made it look easy. Yeah, nice angle on the 5. Can check that right side rail, draw with some right hand spin, pull that cue ball back down table for the 6 into that left side pocket. I agree, Derek. I was actually contemplating, Derek, doing a city championship bar box 8-ball champion, or bar box 8-ball tournament.
Yeah. I don't know. I like.
Uh-oh. Oh, I thought he hit that just a touch light.
I don't know. I think for Remembrance Day, I'd like to open it up. I mean, because we always have people coming down from Edmonton and from out of town, Medicine Hat.
Yeah,
or
but
whatever.
everything's being played on 9-foots right now.
No, I'm
Every
not saying.
tournament.
I'm just saying not a city championship.
Yeah, not on Remembrance. I wasn't saying that.
Oh, okay. I thought that's what we were talking about because it says Remembrance Day. Hence the conversation.
Yeah, I wasn't saying that do a city championships on Remembrance Day.
I see.
I was just saying.
I'm down for both.
Yeah. Are you actually going to play?
I didn't say I was going to play.
You should.
The Hui is.
It's
Yeah.
in November this year because of schedule conflicts.
No, the Hui is in October.
Oh, yes, it is.
October 18. That's the Hui. And it is on the 9-foots and then B-side on the 7-foots. But they're talking about just like purely a bar box event. All right, so Dela Cruz is doing the walk around, taking his time, the Be Sure, getting the extension out. A little bit
Fate
of a
in
stretch.
his own hands.
Oh,
He's a little bit straight, but I think he can just pull this straight back.
Peter says Samson's a great player, but he choked on the last shot, and I don't think that he would disagree. Oh, I think he's gonna give Dela Cruz the 10 ball there. But like I said, I know Samson has been in the room since like 10 o'clock this morning, so fatigue is probably setting in. He's played constant back-to-back matches pretty much all day.
Indeed.
It is going to happen.
With that being said, there is another match coming. Don't know what it is yet. We're going to go find out. We'll do a shutdown restart. Don't go far. We'll be back here in a few moments. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.